I haven't swum before my accident. My rehabilitation doctor recommended swim for prevent complication of my condition. So I started swim as a therapy first time. In Sri Lanka, the biggest barrier I face is accessibility. It is hard to find a accessible swimming pool. When I come to Australia, I got to know about immersion therapy from one of my Indonesian friends. Actually, it is a amazing experience, and immersion therapy gives a lot of freedom to move, which I can't do on ground. The most important thing I have seen there is how they promote social participation and how they try to include all the people to the recreational activities. Hi Peter, can you give a brief introduction about yourself?
My name's Peter Wilson. I'm the Managing Director here at Determined2 and the founder of the Immersion Therapy service.
So, what is immersion therapy?
Sure, so Immersion Therapy is a service that we developed to help give people freedom of movement. We utilise commonly available scuba equipment but have developed a very specialised system in the way that we give people access to that to be able to move freely underwater.
What type of client use this immersion therapy?
Look, we deal with a broad range of clients, and we've got a pretty famous saying around here, which is people are never defined by the challenges they face, only by the way that they choose to face them. So, you know, we see all people as equal, and our job really is to enrich the human spirit or liberate people's human spirit by putting them in an underwater, unreal environment.
Why did you think to start this type of program in Australia?
So I started Immersion Therapy after a personal experience myself with a serious accident, and I've always felt like there was something missing, which was the happiness component of getting on with life. And so really for me, Immersion Therapy was about developing a service that again liberated human spirit, gave people an opportunity, an environment to be free and to engage with other people. And that really was what it was all about. And yes, I mean, it's world first. So the systems behind what we do has never been done anywhere else in the world. So I'm really, really proud of that.
What type of benefits immersion therapy offer to a client?
So probably the biggest benefit that comes with that freedom is movement, and people access to movement like they can't get on land, or they find very difficult on land. The other part is just the happiness that's in everybody. The people doing the program, anybody doing it, definitely doesn't come out of the water sad, and it's just a great thing in life to be happy, I think.
To support to start this type of a program in another country?
Yeah, so we absolutely plan to see our service more broadly available to people. I mean, that's when you've developed something that's never been done before and is showing so much benefit. One of the quick things we had to do was go, well, how do we enable somebody else to do this? I think there's two parts to what we do. There's a technical component of what we do in the water, and you know, we've developed some very specific operational standards and training standards around that. There's also the way in which we do services. You know, the way we interact with people, I think, is also equally important. So we've developed some training courses and modules around interacting and working with people in the community and blend those things together. So we defined Immersion Therapy as a brand. So the brand now is a registered trademark around Australia, Europe and the USA. And we intend to grow our service and just see it as valuable as possible right around the world.
So what are the requirements to start this type of a program in another country?
I think probably one of the most common questions is like who can actually do our service, and a lot of what underpins that is actually the facilities that we operate within. Just about anybody can do our service. There's a very strict set of medical standards behind what we do medically, but ultimately the access and inclusion comes down to the facility. I mean, we can only be as inclusive as the facility that we operate in. And I think this goes more broadly within our community sector, and it's all about making our community and our environments more inclusive of all people around us, because ultimately it's not about disability, it's not about mobility, it's about people. And there's one thing that all people have in common, and that's that we all have human spirit. So giving us local community places that we can all come together, engage and live together is what it's ultimately all about. So one of the things we really push for within the facility is that the change rooms are up to scratch, because again, we can deliver services to any level of ability in the pool, but if the change rooms aren't there, then someone's unable to get changed afterwards, so it kind of holds up their ability to participate. So one message, if I can leave you, the world, is always when you think about your community, try and include as many people as possible. Don't make it special, because there's nothing special about people except for the fact that we're all the same, and we all love to come together and we all love to share experiences.
Thank you very much, Peter. So, if anyone interested to know about immersion therapy, how can they find out more information?
Okay, so if anyone's interested in seeing what we do here in Adelaide, South Australia, they can go to our website, which is www.determined2.com.au, or our social media site, which is www.facebook.com/determined2, which you can also get to from the website, and you'll be able to see all the videos and photos of people participating in the service. And for those that are interested in potentially becoming a deliverer or delivering our service anywhere in the world, we'd encourage them to visit our Immersion Therapy website, and that's www.immersiontherapy, all one word, .com.au, and there they can see more information about what it takes to become a provider of our world first service.